I think I am, but maybe less so because, you see rhythms of failure and success and appreciation and rejection and all that.
Willem Dafoe is an American actor. He's best known for his performances in such films as To Live and Die in L.A., Platoon, The Last Temptation of Christ, Shadow of the Vampire, Spider-Man, and The Florida Project. He's collaborated frequently with the filmmakers Abel Ferrara, Julian Schnabel, Paul Schrader, Wes Anderson, and Lars von Trier. Dafoe has also done voice acting for animated films including Finding Nemo and Fantastic Mr. Fox. He's the recipient of various accolades, including the Volpe Cup for Best Actor. In addition to receiving nominations for 4 Academy Awards, 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and a British Academy Film Award.
Triggers, if you're content to fail, or you accept it somewhere, and I only mention this because you talk about being hard on yourself, because the idea of being hard on yourself is...
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is William James Dafoe, but is also known as Willem Dafoe and Billy. He was born July 22, 1955 in Appleton, Wisconsin, making him 66 at the time of this production. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, or 1.78 meters. His zodiac sign is Cancer, his hair color is dark brown, and his eye color is blue. His favorite songs include Cantu by Fratelli Mancuso, Sunday Morning by Velvet Underground, Já Sei Namorar, Tribalistas, and Absolute Beginners, David Bowie. Dafoe is pescatarian and avoids eating meat, believing animal farms are one of the main causes of the destruction of the planet. He practices Ashtanga yoga every day. He was originally considered for the iconic role of Frank Booth in the cult favorite Blue Velvet. The role was instead given to Dennis Hopper. If you believe Dafoe's account, his 5 sisters taught him about sex at the age of 6. He recalled, "It was a sexual education because my sisters were the horniest little girls. They would tell me stuff that, when I was small, I didn't want to hear. I remember one of my sisters talking about fellatio and cunnilingus when I was 6 years old. I said, 'Only dirty people do that, right?' She just laughed. When I told my friends what I knew about the birds and bees, they beat me up because they found it so disgusting." He wakes up early, usually around 5 or 6. He meditates, has a cup of coffee, and writes in his journal for a while. Then he checks his email, does some yoga, and makes breakfast. Willem Dafoe once voiced a cartoon polar bear. The campaign began in 2011, so it's strange then that Dafoe bristled at the mere mention of his voiceover as Clarence the polar bear in ads for Birdseye. "This is the last thing I want to talk about," he icily told an independent reporter. He's the only actor ever to be nominated for an Oscar for playing a vampire for his role as Max Schreck in Shadow of the Vampire. He was offered the role of Senator Ethan Rourke in Sin City in 2005, which went to Powers Booth. He was a candidate for the role of Joker in Batman in 1989, which went to Jack Nicholson. He's worked with 7 directors who've won a Best Director Oscar: Michael Cimino, Catherine Bigelow, William Friedkin, Oliver Stone, Martin Scorsese, Anthony Minghella, and Guillermo del Toro. His childhood celebrity crush was sex symbol Raquel Welch. Dafoe started dating experimental theater director Elizabeth LeCompte in 1977. They had a son, Jack, in 1982. The couple separated in 2004, having never married. Subsequently, Dafoe wed Italian filmmaker and actress Giada Calagrande in March of 2005.
You want things to go well, but you survive things. And I think it makes you a little easier and a little bit like...
He's one of 8 children of Muriel and William. He's of Scottish, French, English, Irish, and German descent. As a teen, Dafoe went to Appleton East High School. Later, he studied drama at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Dafoe left college after a year and a half to join the experimental theater group Theater X in Milwaukee. Subsequently, in 1976, he moved to New York City, where he apprenticed under avant-garde theater director Richard Schneckner, founder of the Performance Group. From the performance group, Dafoe co-founded the Wooster Group alongside Elizabeth LeCompte, Jim Clayburgh, and others. Dafoe made his feature film debut in 1980 when he appeared in a supporting role in Michael Cimino's epic western Heaven's Gate. Dafoe had his first starring role in The Loveless, playing the leader of an outlaw motorcycle gang. The actor made a brief appearance in the 1983 erotic horror film The Hunger. He then played another bike gang leader in 1984's rock musical Streets of Fire. He followed this with two leading roles in 1985 in Roadhouse 66 and To Live and Die in L.A. The next year, Dafoe gave one of his most iconic performances in Oliver Stone's Vietnam War film Platoon. Dafoe began the 90s with a cameo in John Waters' Crybaby and a leading role in David Lynch's romantic crime film Wild at Heart. He followed this with more leading roles in Flight of the Intruder, Light Sleeper, White Sands, Body of Evidence, Tom and Viv, Clear and Present Danger, The Night and the Moment, and Victory. Dafoe continued to work prolifically throughout the 2000s. His first credit of the decade was a supporting role in the satire American Psycho, starring Christian Bale. He followed this with a leading role in Steve Buscemi's crime drama Animal Factory. Next, Dafoe portrayed a fictionalized version of German actor Max Schreck in Shadow of the Vampire. For the performance, he earned his second Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Dafoe has had perhaps his most famous role in the 2002 superhero film Spider-Man, playing supervillain Green Goblin. The actor would later reprise this role in 3 more Spider-Man movies. Among Dafoe's other notable credits in the 2000s are Finding Nemo, The Clearing, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, and Control, Manderley, Inside Man, The Walker, and Antichrist. In 2013, Dafoe played a police officer in the supernatural thriller Odd Thomas. In February 2021, it was announced that Dafoe would be co-starring alongside Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo in Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things.
Hurt you. You know? You need enough to get you in movement and get you trying things, but you don't need so much that it suffocates you.
He's earned money through acting, voice acting, and brand endorsement deals. He starred in a Super Bowl ad for Mercedes in 2013 that featured stars like Kate Upton and Usher. In 2016, he became the face of Frame, a denim company. During his career, he's racked up credits on more than 100 films, churning out 2, 3, or sometimes even 4 or more a year. Some of the highest-grossing movies of Dafoe include Tim and Viv, Mississippi Burning, Spider-Man, Finding Nemo, Autofocus, and The Hunter. Willem Dafoe's net worth is $40 million. He has houses in Rome, Los Angeles, and New York City. In 2016, he sold the 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment he co-owned with his son Jack for $860,000. Jack was the resident-in-chief for the Co-op building on Manhattan's Lower East Side. The third-floor pre-war apartment, which features eastern and western exposures, original hardwood floors, and high ceilings, was one of many residences owned by Willem, including other homes in New York City. He likely owns the following cars: an Audi, an Aston Martin, a Chevrolet Chevelle SS.